Hi, it's Miss Dana from PMA, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own writing tray at home. In our classroom, we use writing trays like this. It's just a plastic tray with different texture or courses of sand mixed together. They're also different colors that we use to write our letters during our lessons. So for example, we spread out the sand and we can write a letter like ah. A says ah, and it shows up on the tray. We can make a similar tool for at home using what you already have in your kitchen. So I have two different trays that you could use that I found in my kitchen, but you can use what you have around. This is just a plastic plate. You could also use a paper plate or anything that has a lip around the edge and a flat bottom. This is a baking pan. A baking pan is really nice because it has a thick edge, so it's harder to spill the contents out of the tray. So a baking pan, a plate, or any other tool that you have available to you, your parents can help you find what you need so that you can make your writing tray. And then you'll need things to put in your writing tray so that you have something to write in. Just like we have sand in our trays at school, if you have sand at home, that's a great material that you can use in your writing tray. Some other things that you probably have in your pantry or kitchen are things like flour, salt, and cornstarch. You don't need all of these or any of these materials to make your writing tray. You can just use what you have at home. Other materials that are nice to use are things like baking powder, baking soda, other types of starches like cornstarch, potato starch. Whatever you have, you can use it. So the trick is that you don't need very much material in your tray. So I'm going to start by adding just a little bit of flour to the bottom of my pan and a little bit of salt. I'm using kosher salt, which is kind of a bigger crystal of salt, but any kind of salt will work just fine. And these two materials alone make a really good texture for your writing tray. But I also found that cornmeal adds another layer of texture. This is finely ground cornmeal. And you can add as much as you need. So I'd start with a little bit and then add more as you find that you need it. So then you just mix up all the materials until they're very thoroughly mixed and even. And then you can give it a shake so that it covers evenly, and then you can write your letter. Ah. A says ah. And that worked just great. If you do use flour or any powdery material, it's good to keep a paper towel handy so you can just wipe your fingers off as you do your work. So I'm going to show you the same process using just a plate. I'd recommend using a paper plate or a plastic plate that your parents say is okay, because once you rub the salt on it a few times, it will scratch the surface of the plate a little bit. Just like the bottom of our trays here, a plastic tray usually works nicely. Same with a plastic plate. You don't want to ruin your beautiful things at your house. Okay, so a little bit of flour, not a lot because flour can get kind of messy. And then a little bit of salt or sand. It's another great material to add there. And cornstarch if you have, or cornmeal if you have it. Not necessary though. And then you can mix them together just like we did before. Give it a shake. Oh, I see I need to mix this in more. And then you can practice writing. Ah. A says ah. And now you know how you can make your own writing tray at home. You can use this when we do our lessons together and we practice our handwriting. Thanks for watching.